Hello, everybody. It is time for Postcard Mailbag episode 2. I'm at this very strange angle so that you can see my wall, so that you'll see where I'm going to put some of these postcards. I took down my schedule calendar there, so there's no spoilers about what's coming up on my channel. And yeah, I think we should just get right into it. If you want to send me a postcard, my P.O. box is down below in the description box. It's in every description box in every video. We are starting off with some postcards from JJ Medusa. You might remember they sent me this amazing Titanic postcard, and they sent me another because you know I love the Titanic. So this is from the same art series, 6 Titanic paintings, and it's when people were being boarded onto the lifeboats. Here you can see it's kind of late into the night because the boat is at a slant. The ship is at a slant. You can see some distress signals being fired off there into the night sky. Yeah, it's kind of a sad scene, like someone's falling off and people are saying goodbye as they're being loaded up onto the lifeboats. People look very distressed. And then you can see, I forget what they're called, but do you see like these big hook-shaped things that are attached to the lifeboats? Because one of these was left up as the ship went down and is still up to this day. It's very like distinct up there, top of the ship. And you can see some sailors up there too, looking a bit distressed, not quite sure what to do in this situation. I mean, who would know, right? This is a good time to mention that it wasn't just women and children on the lifeboats. So my brother-in-law said when I picked this up and I was showing him, he's like, oh, wasn't it kind of sexist? No, because that's actually a misconception. It was women and children first, and then if there was space on the lifeboat, they would put men on it. And the first couple of lifeboats that went off weren't at full capacity because most people didn't know what was happening and thought this was a weird drill. And that was kind of pointless to get onto the boat in the middle of the night in the cold Atlantic water. So a lot of men were on these. This shows a lot of women on here, but there were mostly women anyway. But it wasn't like men were forbidden to get on the lifeboats. There were quite a few men, but it was mostly women and children, right? So JJ wrote, hello again. From JJ Medusa. Here is another cool Titanic postcard to add to the last one that I sent you. See you in the live streams. Love, JJ. Thank you so much, JJ. I can nerd out about this picture forever. It's going to go right next to the other one. Then JJ sent me another card, and it's this great picture. Sadly, it got stamped somewhere in the process on the front. But I love this photo. Look at this lady. This is me working on my scripts late at night, being very tired. But I love her. I hope you can see her winged eyeliner. Her lipstick is a little uneven, but it's really cute. It's almost like Betty Boop style. She's got a peacock feather over here in the candlestick, and she looks like she's reading through a lot of letters, and she's very exhausted by it. I thought this was cute. And this picture is called Just Call Me. Stop writing letters. Just call me. So JJ wrote, hello again from JJ Medusa. Just an image I thought you'd like along with the cool stamps. Congrats on your new kitten. See you in the live streams. Love, JJ. So let me show you the stamps. We've got a bobcat. We've got these pretty little springtime flowers. Some pears. Yeah, those are pears. And then this got stamped up too, but it kind of looks like the Grand Canyon or some kind, oh my gosh, some kind of beautiful natural wonder. It looks like the Grand Canyon. Oh, I love the Grand Canyon. yeah, I did get a new kitten. Some of you might have seen on the community tab. She's wonderful and sweet, and she's just the best little kitten. You might have seen her in my last video about Laos. She made a surprise appearance. But thank you so much, JJ. I love that photograph. It's so funny. This next one is from Chris, who's a big fan of the channel. And look what they sent me. It's the swing. If you saw my art history video I did in December during Viewer's Choice, I nerded out over the swing, one of my favorite paintings of all time, Rococo style. So beautiful, so intricate. If I remember, I'll link, let's see, where would it be? Up there. Up there. I'll link the art history video so you can hear me nerd out over this painting. But I think it is just the most beautiful painting. I think it's stunning, and I love it so much. It's so pretty. I love the swing. Like how bright pink her dress is against all of these trees, and every single little leaf is a little detail. So pretty. And Chris just wrote, greetings from London. Thank you, Chris. Chris also sent me a little surprise. It is a big London Underground map. Look at this. Look at this. I had a lot of fun going over this, remembering some good times. My friend and I, she is dual British and American. She's American, but she was born in Winchester, UK. So she has dual citizenship. She would go back every summer with her family. And twice she brought me along. So we would stay with her friends in Orpington. We'd get on the tube and we would get off. Mostly we'd get off at Charing Cross right here. Because you could pretty much get anywhere in this area from Charing Cross. If we were hungry, we had 2 stops. If we wanted pizza, we'd go to Leicester Square and get Pizza Hut, because there was an abnormally large amount of Pizza Huts in Leicester Square, and Pizza Hut UK is just so much better than Pizza Hut in America. It's like fancy. Here it's kind of like low quality pizza. I like it, but it's like lowbrow pizza. It's cheap pizza. But here, like, you're in this beautiful restaurant with waiters and menus. Like, whoa, that's not how it is in America. If we wanted to get French fries, because we'd go to Burger King, because again, Burger King UK is a million times better than Burger King US. We'd go to Piccadilly Circus. We'd get off there, grab some French fries at the Burger King. Because we were on a budget, let me tell you. And I think at Charing Cross, we would stop at a Boots. I think it was at Charing Cross. We'd get off at a Boots. And the second time we went was during, like, the Easter season. It was, like, the week before Easter. So we'd go to the Boots at Charing Cross. I believe it was Charing Cross. And get Cadbury cream eggs. They were 3 for £1, or 4 for £1. It was something like, it was a great deal at Boots. And they had this big bin of Cadbury eggs. It was huge, and you just reach in and grab your Cadbury cream eggs, and we'd eat them throughout the day. We'd eat the last one on the train back to Orpington. But then one day we got off, we went to the Boots, and the big tub container, whatever, was completely empty, and I was just staring at it like, what do I do now? And at that moment, like, a businessman rushed into the Boots, which, by the way, Boots is like the beauty section of like a Target or like a generic drugstore. It's like just that. It's great. This businessman ran in and he stopped at the tub and he stared at it, and then we stared at each other and backed out. We're like, what do we do? Like, now what do we do? We can't get our Cadbury cream eggs. It's good times in London. Good times in London. I'm sure I know we got off at Covent Garden one time. We went music shopping. But yeah, we went all over London. So this is good memories. I'm going to put this up on the wall too. Thank you, Chris. Also, it came wrapped in this ribbon, which has little fun British things on it. Let's see what we've got. We've got a double-decker bus. We have this guard, a cake, the UK flag on it, a umbrella, a crown, and a teacup, a post box, a black cap, a balloon, another guard. Gosh, I forget what they're called. They're like different kinds of guards. And then the underground sign. But what's neat about this is that the buses and the post boxes have King Charles's insignia on it. I have a book about the British monarchy, and I bought a new edition once he was crowned king, but I don't actually have anything with the new royal insignia on it, so that's pretty cool. This has mostly been a kitten toy. It's probably going to go back into the cat toys for a little kitten to play with, but thank you so much. This is so cool. It's so cute. Lastly, we have one more postcard, and it's another postcard from Berlin. Check out all of the sights to see. Which ones do you recognize? Right off the bat, I see the Brandenburg Gate up here. It's like the most iconic site in Berlin. You can see the Holocaust Memorial right here. Museum Island and the big church. All kinds of wonderful sites. They've got all their names back here, but in German for the most part. So there's the Reichstag Gebäude, so the Reichstag building up here. Brandenburger Tor, Humboldt Forum / TV Turm. Oh yeah, you can see the big, can you see? The big tower right there. Holocaust Mahnmal, Kaiser Wilhelm Gedächtniskirche. The Kaiser Wilhelm Church. This was bombed pretty badly, but they left it as it was amongst all of the modern sprawl of Berlin. You can see all these things in my, I'll also link, let's see, right there. I'll link my Berlin video up there too, because I show you all these places on Google Earth. But in English, Oberbaumbrücke und numbers. Uns. Train. Museum Sinze, Bode Museum, Alte National Galerie, TV Turm. Right there in the Museum Island one. Berliner Dom und Humboldt Forum. So on and so forth. Love it. It's like all the big sites in Berlin. So this postcard says, "Dear Miss Geo, thanks so much for your hard work and the effort you put in the videos. You are my ASMR light in dark times when I need comfort. Thank you." It's so sweet. "Please never stop. Sending you a warm hug from Germany. Hope you are well. Your follower on YouTube looks like @NVH, aka Nike." Thank you, Nike, for the wonderful Berlin postcard. Someday I'm going to go to all these places, and I'm going to think of this postcard when I go there. This is going to be my little personal checklist of all the sights to see in Berlin. So, now I have to figure out where I want to put all these. I have a good idea, but let me figure out. Let me take off my headphones and figure out where exactly I'm going to stick all of these to. Here we go. Be careful of this stamp. It's got penguins on it and little, like, American people. I don't know how to describe it. Let me show you. Look at their little American hats up there. Can you see? Oh my gosh, this is so difficult with this angle. Can you see all their little hats? I hope so. I'm gonna have to hang this up at another time because it needs more than just little glue dots, I think. But I'm gonna put it, I think, right here. I think that'll be a good spot. So next time I go live, you'll see that up there. I have to go get like my real tape to put that up, not these little glue dots here. It's not gonna hold it up very well at all. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who sent me a postcard. I think that's where, yeah. Oh. Ah. And if you want to send me a postcard, you can send it to the P.O. box down there. You can help decorate my wall. I thought I'd show you though. Why did I put the swing way up there? That's because that's where Cordelia is. Do you see her up there? The story of Cordelia is that as a child, I had family that lived in Southern Oregon. So we'd go from the Bay Area, San Francisco, up to Southern Oregon about like once a week in the summer. And as I got older, I hated it more and more because it was in the middle of nowhere. In this very tiny town, there was no smartphones, tablets, Wi-Fi. They didn't even have internet. Okay, this was like 2000, 1999, right? So there's just like, as a teenager, it was so boring and so dull. One of the boring things that we did was going antiquing, and I would walk through these stores and be done in like 5 minutes, but my parents would spend hours in these antique stores, and I would be just like losing my mind over how absolutely bored out of my mind I was. So one time at this antique store, I saw this beautiful picture of a lady, and she was only $1. And I asked my mom, can I have this? Thinking, sure, she'll let me. She'll be like, oh, you're interested in antiquing? That's great. It's only $1. Let's get this for you. My mom said no. And I was furious. I was so upset. And I held on to that grudge. I'm a Leo, so I will hold on to a grudge until I'm buried in the ground. I held on to that grudge for a whole year until the next year's vacation, and we went into that antique store, and I had my $1, and I went straight for this portrait, and I bought it with my own $1 bill. And my mom looked I think she remembered too. She looked very displeased. But I promised Cordelia, who's named, it's an Anne of Green Gables reference, by the way, if you know, you know, because she has black hair. I promised Cordelia that wherever I lived, she would be on the wall no matter what. And she was like the very, very first thing I put on the wall when we moved into this house, because I promised her that she would always be on display for the rest of my life. So that's Cordelia. I thought she'd like the swing. I think that's very much her vibe up there. So she can be next to the swing. But anyway, this is going way too long. I'll end it here. Thank you so much. If you want to decorate my wall, send me some postcards. I'm about to go get some tape and put this up. This monster up. If you send me one from London, I'm going to put it against this like a little backdrop. Ooh, that was a big blip on the screen. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you send me a card from London, I'll put it on the map here. But yeah, thank you all so much. I'm going to shut up now. Bye, everyone.